Already flying through troubled skies with flak bursting all around, the state aircraft fleet now faces a new threat. News 13 has learned that the feds now have the aviation division in their sights because of something the governor did to fix an old problem. Here's Dean Staley on special assignment.
When Governor Susana Martinez took office, she vowed that under her watch, all abuses of state aircraft would stop. But less than 2 months after taking over, the Martinez administration made a huge blunder. A Larry Barker investigation discovered that a Hollywood film crew used a state plane to scout a film location. State officials allowed a Hollywood director and his 3 assistants to fly from Las Vegas to Pagosa Springs, Colorado, to check out a location along the Cumbres-Toltec Railroad. The problem? Only elected or appointed government officials are allowed to fly on state planes.
No, it was not an appropriate use of the state aircraft. We allowed unauthorized passengers to fly in that airplane.
Governor Martinez also admitted the illegal use of the plane was a mistake. She later got NBC Universal to reimburse taxpayers the $4,000 cost of that flight.
The film industry paid 100% of the cost of using that plane, even though it was for economic development purposes. We wanted to make sure they paid for that, as well as the depreciation of the plane while it was in use. We did not want a single taxpayer dollar used during that flight.
But by doing right by taxpayers, the governor may have done wrong by the FAA. That's because in this case, the flight was more like a charter flight, paid for by an outside company that used the state's plane. Now here's the problem. The FAA has very specific rules about charter flights, and the state of New Mexico is not authorized to be in the charter business. Not long after News 13's story aired, the FAA started its own investigation. In a letter to the state, it says operating a state plane commercially and without a permit goes against federal regulations. An FAA spokesman declined to go into detail about the investigation, only saying it's continuing. On special assignment, Dean Staley, KRQE News 13.
Will it never end? The FAA says it may be weeks before officials are finished with their investigation. Penalties for an unauthorized charter flight range from a written reprimand to serious fines.